I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my horoscope overview for you, Gemini, for September. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening right opposite you. Let's start with relationships in the solar 7th house, because Mars, being the passion planet, of course Mars does represent other areas as well, but we're just going to look at love for now. Moves into this area on the 14th, okay, so mid-month. Now, when I have a look at where Venus is and your solar 5th house, another area where love affairs or relationships can commence. We've got Venus is going to move into this area of your chart later in the month. So right at the end of the month, Mars and Venus are going to be there, pretty well connecting in a way that it's going to influence your relationships. So if you're looking for love, then certainly this month it can happen, because also in this area there's a new moon. Now, whenever there's a new moon, it does indicate that there's a new start in some way. So this is happening later in the month, also on the 24th. So leading up to this time, the first couple of weeks, 3 weeks, it's a great time to really get your love list out. Now, this is for couples and singles. So let's talk about singles first. If you're looking for love, first of all, you need to know what you're looking for. Okay, so chemistry, of course, is one thing. I mean, to have that, that connection that I mean, I heard a specialist say recently that females, particularly, I'm not sure about you guys, okay? Maybe that takes a little longer, but females know within the first 20-30 seconds whether they're going to be compatible with someone. I know that that doesn't seem a long time, but the heart knows, so the heart sort of picks up immediately. And of course, females are traditionally more intuitive or more in touch with their intuition. Doesn't mean to say you guys aren't, but it's thought that females will more readily get in touch with their intuition, and guys will want to sort of do a little bit of an analysis on their checklist, okay? So, but the new moon in this area, which of course if the moon's there, it means the sun's there. The sun is going to move into your solar 5th house on the 23rd. Mercury, your ruling planet, and anything that happens with Mercury as it's your ruler has a influence on you, and Mercury is going to move into this area of your chart on the 2nd, so there could be some communications, discussions, and certainly indicates that somebody that you meet along, during this time, you can have a good intellectual connection. Very, very important for Gemini, okay, because you're an air sign and you love to gather information, you love to chat, and you love to get out there and socialize. So all good for that area. Now, if we come back to the couples, it's good for you to do a love list too, couple, because, go through and say, well, this is what I would like in my life. How suitable am I with my partner? I'm not suggesting that you break away from your partner, but keep in mind, all relationships need some level of compromise, and all relationships need a bit of a tune-up every now and again. So if the new moon coming in this area, this is a great time to give your relationship a tune-up, and that can just mean that some of the things maybe that you used to do when you first met that have fallen by the side for whatever reason. Maybe you've had a family, or your careers have changed, your routine has changed, or we all go through tough times, perhaps, and things have fallen apart. It's time now to regroup, have a think about, what you used to do, what you love, what you feel your relationship is missing, and how can you just reconnect. And, is everything is hunky-dory in your relationship? Well, good for you. Keep it that way. And don't forget, passion and romance is all part of keeping that spark alive, and as I said, some level of compromise. And when I say some level of compromise, you don't want to compromise past your point of being comfortable. That's not to say that you never want to move out of your comfort zone either, but you can compromise what you do, not who you are. Okay, there's a difference there. If someone says to you, well, I don't like the way that you like to stay, you like to chitter chat on there. That's part of your zodiac DNA. I mean, you love a little bit of gossip. You love to chat with people. But if they say, do you think you can go to the gym in the evening rather than the morning so we can spend the mornings together? Well, that's what you do. Sure. Compromise on that level is not only advisable but necessary. Okay. All right, so let's move on and have a look now what's happening with work and money. Now, Pluto in your solar 8th house, this is an area where people can reach out and give you support on an emotional level, also on a financial level. Pluto comes out of its retrograde transit this month on the 23rd. So you want to just, be open to people sort of reaching out and offering you support at some level. And if you've been waiting for something to come through, then it can start to turn around. And as I said, that's happening in the later part of the month as well. Now, if I have a look at your 6th house, Mars in your 6th house for the first 2 weeks, let's not forget it's going to move into your area of love and relationships for the last 2 weeks of the month. But we've got Saturn in here, which suggests some level of permanency. Mars for the first 2 weeks. Saturn and Mars are pretty opposite energies. Mars wants to rush forward. Saturn wants to take a step back and think things through. Okay? Polarized energies, really, but if you work them together, then they can be, advantageous, because the Saturn energy just helps you think things through, not be so rash. And, of course, Mars helps you to be proactive and get things done. So all good there. So there's a lot happening this month. There's also a lot happening in your family area and around your home. So some of you may perhaps be, thinking about moving home. Venus is going to be in this area for most of the month, and that indicates that some of you will probably be redecorating. So it's a good time to have a huge clean out as well. All right. It's love and luck to you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next month. And don't forget to check out the dailies as well. Bye for now.